You cannot command respect from others if you cannot command respect from yourself. This is the brutal truth most men avoid. Every broken promise you make to yourself is a crack in your foundation. Every time you hit snooze when you said you would wake up. Every time you skip the gym when you committed to train. Every time you say, "I will," and then don't. You are teaching yourself that your word means nothing. And if your word means nothing to you, why should it mean anything to her? To your boss? To your kids? To anyone? But here's what they didn't tell you. Discipline isn't just about keeping promises. It's about biological self-respect. Every kept commitment releases testosterone. Every broken promise spikes cortisol. You're literally chemically castrating yourself with each failure to follow through. Your brain is plastic. Every action carves neural pathways. And you? You've carved superhighways of surrender. The comfort pathway. Why do hard things when easy feels better? The excuse pathway. There's always a reason not to. The tomorrow pathway. Future, you will handle it. The negotiation pathway. Maybe just this once. These aren't just bad habits. They're neurological patterns so deep that your brain now defaults to weakness. Your prefrontal cortex, the executive function center that should drive discipline, has atrophied like an unused muscle. Meanwhile, your limbic system, the pleasure-seeking, pain-avoiding animal brain, runs the show. You're not making decisions. Your dopamine receptors are. For the next 7 days, you will do one uncomfortable thing before 7 a.m., cold shower. 50 push-ups, 10-minute meditation. Doesn't matter what. What matters is that your executive brain gives the order and your body obeys, regardless of how it feels. You're literally rewiring the command chain. Here is where most men fail. They think discipline is about the big moments, the dramatic changes, the New Year's resolutions. But discipline is not built in moments of inspiration. It is built in the mundane, repetitive, unglamorous daily grind. The alarm goes off at 5 a.m. You do not feel like getting up, but you said you would. Here's the moment of truth that determines everything. Your body is going to scream. Your brain is going to negotiate. The warmth of the bed will feel like love itself. And in that moment, you choose. Am I a man who does what he says? Or am I a liar who lives in his own bed? Every morning you're voting, not just on whether to wake up, but on who you fundamentally are. Let's talk about the elephant in your browser history. You think porn is a sex issue. It's not. It's a discipline issue. Every time you choose pixels over presence, you're training your brain to take the path of least resistance. Porn is the perfect anti-discipline drug. Instant gratification with zero effort. Unlimited novelty without achievement. Dopamine spike without earned reward. Release without connection or conquest. You're teaching your reward system that you don't have to work for anything. That pleasure is always 3 clicks away. That when things get hard, you can escape into fantasy. Then you wonder why you can't stick to your gym routine, why you can't finish that project, why you can't have that hard conversation, why you can't pursue real women. You've programmed yourself for immediate gratification. And immediate gratification is the opposite of discipline. Delete everything. No porn blockers. That's admitting you have no discipline. Just you, your word, and 90 days of choosing reality over fantasy. Every urge to watch is an opportunity to build discipline. Treat it like training, because it is. Want to know something terrifying? Your body keeps score of every broken promise. That tension in your shoulders? That's the weight of uncommitted commitments. That knot in your stomach? That's the accumulation of self-betrayal. That constant fatigue? That's your body saying, "Why should I give you energy when you waste it?" Your nervous system has learned you can't be trusted, so it stays in low-grade stress, always preparing for the next disappointment, the next failure, the next betrayal of self. This is why you're exhausted even though you didn't do anything. Your body is spending massive energy managing the stress of being unreliable to yourself. Stand naked in front of a mirror. Look at your body. Every soft spot, every weakness, every sign of neglect. That's broken promises made flesh. Now make one promise to that man in the mirror. One. And keep it for 30 days. Watch your posture change. Everyone thinks discipline is about restriction, about saying no, about deprivation. Wrong. Discipline is about freedom. The disciplined man is free from the tyranny of his impulses, the slavery of comfort, the prison of other people's opinions, the chaos of an undirected life, the shame of broken promises, the weakness of negotiable standards. The undisciplined man thinks he's free because he can do whatever he wants. But whatever he wants is usually whatever's easiest. That's not freedom. That's being a slave to your weakest self. Real freedom is being able to choose the hard thing because it's right, not because it feels good. Nothing reveals a man's character like 4 a.m. At 4 a.m., there's no audience, no accountability partner, no external motivation. No one will know if you hit snooze. No one will judge if you skip the workout. No one will care if you break your word. No one except the only person who matters, you. This is where discipline lives or dies. In the dark, in the cold, in the silence. When every cell in your body wants comfort and only your word stands between you and surrender. For the next 14 days, set your alarm for 4 a.m. Not to be productive, not to work out, just to prove you can. Wake up, stay up for 15 minutes, then go back to sleep if you want. This isn't about morning routines. It's about proving your word means something when no one's watching. Every kept promise is a deposit in your self-respect account. Every broken promise is a withdrawal. Most men are overdrawn. They've been writing checks their discipline can't cash for so long. They're in spiritual bankruptcy. But here's the beautiful thing about discipline. It compounds faster than failure. Keep one small promise for a week, and you'll feel different. Keep it for a month, and others will notice. Keep it for 90 days, and you'll be unrecognizable. Keep it for a year, and you'll be unstoppable. Because discipline builds on itself. Success breeds success. Every kept promise makes the next one easier. Every hard choice strengthens your choosing muscle. Stop trying to change everything at once. That's ego, not discipline. Instead, stack disciplines like building blocks. Week 1 to 2. One keystone habit. Pick one thing. Wake time, workout, or cold shower. Do it every single day, no matter what. This is your beachhead. Week 3 to 4. Add fuel discipline. Now control what goes in. No junk food, no porn, no mindless scrolling. You're not just building your body, you're building your no muscle. Week 5 to 6. Add creation discipline. Add one creative or productive act daily. Write, build, work on your mission. Discipline without direction is just suffering. Week 7 to 8. Add connection discipline. Reach out to one person daily. Discipline in isolation becomes brittle. You need brothers to witness your transformation. By week 8, you're not the same man who started. You're someone who keeps his word, and everyone can feel it. Want to know if your discipline is real? Watch how the women in your life respond. Your woman will test your discipline more than anyone, not maliciously, instinctively. She needs to know if your frame is real or performance. She'll interrupt your morning routine just this once. She'll suggest skipping the gym to watch Netflix. She'll bring junk food home when you're cutting. She'll create drama during your focused work time. These aren't conscious sabotage. They're biological tests. Is his discipline stronger than my influence? If you fold, she loses respect. Not because she wanted you to fail, but because she needed you to pass. She needed to know that your word to yourself matters more than her momentary desires. Next time someone tries to break your discipline, don't explain. Don't negotiate. Just smile and say, "No, I'm doing this." Then do it. No anger. No justification. Just immovable commitment. Watch respect replace resistance. Discipline isn't just about achievement. It's about protection. Discipline is your immune system against depression. Movement beats medication. Anxiety. Action dissolves fear. Addiction. Discipline fills the void. Manipulation. Strong frames can't be moved. Poverty. Disciplined men create value. Disease. Disciplined bodies resist breakdown. Mediocrity. Excellence requires discipline. Every day you skip discipline, your immune system weakens. You become susceptible to whatever virus is trending, mental, physical, spiritual, or cultural. The disciplined man doesn't need to fight these battles. His daily practice makes him immune. Discipline is not about becoming a machine. It's about becoming reliable. To yourself first, then to others. When you say you'll wake up at 5 a.m. and you do, you're not just waking up early. You're proving that your word creates reality. When you say you'll train and you do, you're not just building muscle. You're building trust with yourself. When you say no to porn and mean it, you're not just retaining semen. You're retaining self-respect. This is why discipline is the foundation. Nothing else matters if you can't trust yourself. You can learn all the theory, read all the books, understand all the concepts. But if you can't keep a simple promise to yourself, you're building on sand. Discipline is bedrock. Everything else, boundaries, purpose, leadership, legacy, stands on this foundation. Build it strong, or watch everything collapse. Episode 3 is next. Sacred boundaries. Lines that cannot be crossed, no matter who is crying.